Let's see how poor man's Pappy matches up to the real thing. In one of these glasses is Old Rip Van Winkle 10-year that was generously provided by R&R Bourbon and Cigars. In the other glass, I have a mixture of 40% Weller 12 and 60% Old Weller Antique 107. Before I get started, I know I'm going to get some comments. And those comments are going to revolve around whether Old Rip Van Winkle 10 is the right comparison for poor man's Pappy. Should it be lot B or 15? I'm using Old Rip Van Winkle 10 because that's what I have. And if you get a problem with that, forget about it. Just keep on scrolling. Glass number 1. On the nose, smells great. Always get that big dose of baking spices with the Weller wheated mash bill. Just a little bit of ethanol, some vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon too. Smells great. So let's see what glass number 2 smells like. It's pretty close. That's pretty close. Fruity, same baking spice. We got to go back and forth here now. Very close. If anything, maybe glass 1 has a little bit more ethanol on it, but both have that nice fruity baking spice aroma, a little bit of caramel. So pretty darn close, at least on the nose. Nice. Flavors don't really jump out at me. A little bit maybe muted, but it's sweet. Not a lot of oak there. Overall, very tasty. Quite honestly, though, nothing that really blows my socks off. All right, let's see what glass number 2 is like. Glass number 2 has more maple on it, a little bit more intensity, very, very smooth and pleasant. So of the two, I would probably give the edge to glass number 2. Let's run through that one more time. Glass number 1. All right, second time around, no comparison. I definitely prefer glass number 2. There's more intensity of flavor. The flavors are bigger, bolder. Glass number 2 is really great. It's sort of like this maple syrup, a little bit of you get that wheaty bread kind of thing too. Really good. So my preference is glass number 2. So let's see which one is which. So glass number 2 is the Old Rip, and glass number 1 is the poor man's Pappy. All right, so now for fun, let's take a glass. They're no longer randomized, I know which is which, but now let's just take a glass of the Weller Antique 107 and see how that matches up against the Old Rip 10. Same mash bill, same proof. Pretty close. And this is the Old Rip. All right, so that's much closer, but there's still a distinct difference. Both obviously similar profiles, but the Old Rip just has a deeper, richer flavor, probably reflects the fact that it's 10 years of age, but a lot closer. I think this is a better comparison than the combo of the poor man's. But that doesn't mean that the poor man's Pappy is bad. It's just a lot milder in flavor than either the straight 107 or the Old Rip 10. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a regular guy sipping whiskey. Thanks for watching.